Hi guys. This video, I'm sure you can tell by the title, is more of just a rant video. Let me fix the lighting a bit. There we go. It's more of just a rant talking video because, well, I'm really lonely. I haven't been able to really talk with anyone in a long while, and I don't know, rather than just wallowing in the loneliness, I thought I would make a video and to start off, just show you what's in my sketchbook. This isn't going to be one of those camera down looking in my sketchbook. I'm just going to hold it up to you and show you what I'm doing. Because I don't have a fancy setup like that. But I'm slowly working on time-lapse videos. The thing is, I can't alter the speed with the app I'm using. So all the footage, like an hour of footage, is only like 3 minutes. Maybe. That's going on the large side. So I'm going to have to do so many drawings to make one video because I can't alter the speed. Unless I can do it in post somehow, but I have no idea how to do that. I would have to Google it. But, yeah, I just thought I would show you what's in my sketchbook. This is the first page. It's actually a redraw of 2 other drawings. I did the first drawing when I was 14, did the second one when I was 16, and this one's when I'm 20. I tried to go for a more dynamic pose because it's really easy for me to just stand them up straight or have them doing something more relaxed. It's not the most dynamic pose, but it's better than what I normally do. And my favorite medium is watercolor and pencil. I don't like inking at all. The most I ink is going back over it with pencil if the watercolor kind of mutes the pencil too much when I have darker colors. But yeah, I love watercolor. It's my favorite. But my technique is probably sinful. Like, I don't know. I take the brush and I color it in like it's a marker. My brushes are fine though. Like, what do you call it? Like, brushes are fine. Like, they're not damaged, luckily. And then the next page, I was going to make it the first page, but I got so excited to draw this that I wasn't paying attention to what page I was doing it on. Meet the Artist page. It's probably backwards for you, so I'll just read it out. It says, Dandelion, level 20. My pronouns are he, they. I'm a Leo. My likes are cats, writing, goats, gift giving, yarn making, and children. Those are my likes. My dislikes are cold, roaches, cars, fish, and spicy stuff. The thing is, the flavor of spicy stuff is cool. I love it. It tastes really good. I can't handle it. Even a little tingle in my mouth. I'm like, I'm not enjoying eating it. I don't like pain while I eat. No, I won't make that joke. But, my favorite colors, I guess it's kind of accurate. It's yellow, pink, and and that looks orange. I don't have a gold paint. Gold is my favorite. But, orange is one of my favorite colors, too, so I guess it's accurate. I live in Florida, so specifically Jacksonville. I live there, and I'm a Hellenistic Wiccan. I worship the Greek pantheon and do witchcraft and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot these. I'm pansexual, non-binary, and asexual. That's what all the flags are. You probably already know that, but if you didn't, there you go. And then here we get into, I'm trying to write a fantasy series. I doubt I'll ever finish it, to be honest, because I'm so stuck on details that I'm not progressing any. And I doubt anyone will actually watch these videos. So, I guess I can tell you their stories. This is Esther. She's a wood elf. And in my story, wood elves have more tan skin, like they're not pale. It'd be really hard to find a pale wood elf. But the only reason why she has these eyes and veins is because when I was 14 and making her, I was an edgy teen. But I justified it by saying she's a necromancer who was corrupted by her power. But she's not corrupted personality-wise. Like, she's still sweet. She has 2 children. And she loves them to death. She takes care of them. It's just that it corrupted her physical body. That's all. And I love her 2 kids. I don't have them drawn in this sketchbook. But the first book I'm trying to write is about this girl named Princess Nettie and her timekeeper Goretti. I know their names rhyme. I didn't intend for it at first, but I've grown so attached to them that I can't change the names. And this is Nettie. I hope it's not done yet. I hope it's not. But I invented a new elf called a prairie elf. They live in the valleys and hills of Earth. And what do you call it? They have darker skin. I'm not that good at painting darker skin, but I hope I did it justice. And they're only like a maximum of 5'4". They're really tiny, and they have big hands. Like a full-grown 6-foot man could put their hands up to this 5'4". Hold on. Up to this 5'4" elf, and they'd have the same size hands. And I did that because they live in underground cities, and they dig a lot, and they have little claws on their fingers. Not like really big, sharp ones that will tear through. It's kind of like a dog's claw, where you can like rub your hand on it and nothing will happen, but if they put enough force behind it, it will rip through you. And they use that to dig. And they're more efficient than shovels. Like, they don't need shovels. They're faster with their hands. And it's not looked down upon to use your hands for digging. It's part of who they are. But Princess Nettie here purposefully has a crooked jaw. I know this is a weird part of my story, but I like it because I've never seen it done before. Besides in, like, villainy or historical fiction. Her parents, she's inbred. So she has kind of a Habsburg jaw going on because her parents are completely insane. They're a brother and sister who thought they had to keep their own bloodline pure. And she is like a victim of that. Her parents love her, but they think she could always do better. Like, you can always be better, but not in the positive, re-encouraging way. More of a, why aren't you good enough kind of way. And then this is her timekeeper, Goretti. Timekeepers keep the history of Earth, and it's a long story, but they just keep history objectively. They're on neither side of anything. They just write down what's happening. So it's a way to prevent the victors from telling Victor's only telling the story. And Goretti is a mountain elf. They live in the mountains, but they have two subspecies of mountain elves. There's one that has like really rough, kind of stony skin. Like their skin is like almost like in Game of Thrones, that weird disease. I never watched Game of Thrones, but like you could see that like scaly skin almost. They kind of have that. That's resistant to piercing and piercing and slashing damage. But they're really weak to blunt damage. And then the other subspecies of mountain elf is one that instead of just having like little stony, scaly skin, they have actual rocks growing off of them. They can't feel them. Like you tap the stone on their face, they can't feel it. It's like a protective armor that's around them. And here's Goretti. And also they have more Asian features. They I don't know if I'm going to focus on a specific ethnicity of Asian. I don't know yet. But I think it's just going to encompass them. Like they have different shades in their group, and yeah, kind of like how in Avatar The Last Airbender, like how nobody's white. That's kind of what the mountain elves are. It's a bunch of, like, because they live all over the planet. So each one has a different culture, per se. But their features look similar. And this is Goretti. He's an old man. And, what do you call it? One thing you can probably notice with my elves is, like, for example, your ears seem to go down. Is my elves, their ears move with their emotions, kind of like a cat's. They can move one ear, they can move both ears. Like when they're confused, one ear goes out, the other one stays up. When they're sad, their ears go down. Yeah, I love that aspect of them. And then here's Princess Nettie again, with her little crooked jaw. And I made it to where she has no sense of style. Like, the servants try to dress her, but she's always like clashing patterns, insisting upon certain colors even if it doesn't go with the outfit. And here's Nettie again. And in my story, she's really ignorant. Her parents taught her that anything other than a prairie elf is wrong. So she's scared of all the other elves. Scared that, what do you call it? A sea elf will drag you down to the bottom of the ocean and kill you. That a mountain elf will eat your child. That wood elves hide in the trees and will snatch you up. Like, that is what she was taught. But the entire story is her overcoming that. And this is her again, really scared. Not the best, but I'm trying to get better. But and this is her friend. She doesn't have a name yet. I just created her not too long ago. But she's a desert elf. And I love her with all my heart. I love her. Desert elves are some of my favorite elves. Because their culture is so vibrant and bright and beautiful. And they're really tough people, but they're also so sweet. Like, they're some of the most welcoming people you can find. And on Earth. Because of their sense of community. And This is what she looks like. They're known for their colorful clothing and their painted faces, like having makeup. And she's a fighter, but she's also a real big sweetheart. She loves people, but she will fight if she has to. And then here's the royal family of a neighboring country. I love him. They don't have names. Like, that's the king, queen, and the prince. They both have pink eyes. I made it to where, like, you can have unnatural colored eyes. She has black, dark gray, almost black eyes. He has pink eyes, and so does he. And he's a little shy guy. He's just nervous all the time. And then, if you've seen my other videos, I don't know if it actually went out yet. I think this one comes out before that video. But I read Song of Achilles. And I drew fan art. I haven't painted it yet. The rest of the drawings haven't been painted. But Patroclus and Achilles. It's not the best. Everyone draws Achilles more like a pretty boy. And I guess he is. Because spoilers for just the next 5 seconds. He's dressed up as a woman in the book. And he passes as one. And, I guess I didn't get that aspect of him right. But I guess maybe when he got older, he could look more like this. I don't know. And then here's another mountain elf, but she's part god. In my story, gods can have children, and she's the granddaughter of one of the gods. The god doesn't have a name yet, neither does she. But she's a mountain elf. And you can probably tell who my inspiration is. But this is one thing that mountain elves can get. Like, their limbs can be covered in stone. And she's, like, indestructible. But in her story, she falls in love with a deep-sea merfolk. Like, ones that usually live at the bottom of the ocean. And the thing is, I purposefully made her not attractive, like, conventionally, because I wanted people to understand that she fell in love with this person as who she was, not what she was, and, she fell in love, and, the gods, like her grandmother, hates that. So, like, there's this giant conflict, in the story about how she's not allowed, a granddaughter of a god can't be with an animalistic being like this. And, and it turns into this whole problem. She gets cursed, but she doesn't mind the curse, and, so it's not really a curse, but, it causes a lot of problems, but I like this, and, I'm really proud of this drawing. Like, her entire arms are made of stone. She has armor plating. She doesn't even need to wear armor because, like, her skin itself is, even though it has no stone, is resistant to piercing and slashing. And the difficult part to defeat her is you would have to get a blunt blow, like with a war hammer or a mace or something, and hit her where there's no rock, which there's rock almost everywhere, so you'd have to get a real precise hit on her to hurt her. So, yeah. Yeah, and then I guess I can show you because you'll see the process. It's not done yet, but this is a little drawing I was doing for that time-lapse video. It's not the best. It's my first time drawing under camera, and I got really anxious, but I'm proud of the skin. It's a long time, like weeks, since I've drawn painted a white person. So I was proud that I still remembered the technique to get the skin tone right. And I'm going to add a Zentangle in the background. You'll see me do that in the video, but that video's not coming out for a while. You'll probably get more reading vlogs while I work to make that drawing video. But yeah, that's all in my sketchbook. I only have, what do you call it? How many pages left? I only have 2 more pages left. But the thing is, I'm going to use the backs. So instead of 15 pages that are in the sketchbook, I actually have 30. And yeah, I like the cover too. A face hugger. I got that from my tattoo artist. He makes really cool art. It's a scab vendor. He's really good at really good art. He did this tattoo. Yeah, the Elder Scrolls Dark Brotherhood one. And then I have my name, Dandelion. Yeah. And well, what time is it? Oh, well, it's 6 in the morning. I have to head out because I have a nanny job I have to do. I have to take care of a little girl and get her to school. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to me and keeping me company. It honestly helped cheer me up. Just to be able to act like I'm talking with somebody. I love to talk, even if I have nothing to talk about. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was more of a impromptu video. I didn't plan on making it. I just sat down and started recording. But, yeah. I hope you enjoyed my drawings, and I will always be making more. And hopefully you guys will look forward to my reading vlogs and that drawing video that's I'm going to try my hardest to make come out. See if I can download another time-lapse app that I can adjust the speed in, because everything's stuck behind a paywall. And yeah. Thanks for listening.